Hi everybody, it's Bobbi-Jo and welcome to my home. I'm coming to you from the Maritimes of Canada, and I am coming to you with something a little bit different today. I was bringing you a comparison between these five glues. So essentially, it's not really a review per se, it's just giving you information to help you decide if you may want to try one of these if you haven't already. So we're going to just go through a few things, a couple of tests for each, and hopefully I have given you knowledge that that will help. So the first one we have is this white glue. It's sold at a company called Dollarama in Canada. If you're in Canada, you know what Dollarama is for sure. It's one of our dollar stores in Canada, and what it does is it has everything up until up to $4. In this particular case, this is white glue that was $1.25, and it's called it's put out by Craft. Now it says it's washable. It says it's non-toxic, does not run, and dries fast and clear. And it says no clog for the applicator, and I'll show you what they mean by that in a moment. Actually, we'll look at it right now. They actually have a pin kind of thing in the glue. So excuse the glue that's on me currently, but anyway, so it goes right down into things, so it keeps it clear. Elmer's, I think we all know about this. It's washable as well, non-toxic, great for kids. This also, it will not it'll prevent clogging, and this is I believe I would purchase that at Dollarama as well for about $2 or $2.50. Eileen's, this is a popular glue, tacky glue for crafters. It is premium all-purpose adhesive. It's craft glue. It's supposed to dry clear as well, non-toxic. And it says it's ultra strong, so we'll look at that. Then we've got Tombow, and this is quickly becoming my go-to glue. It's good. This one is aqua. It will dry completely clear. There's like, I find Eileen's is a slight bit on the yellowish side, but this I know will be clear. It comes with a great nozzle at the end that's kind of a pen almost, and then it has another nozzle over here, and it's got kind of a brush feature on it, and I like that part as well. Then we've got our Beacon glue. Beacon is very good glue. It's dries clear. Again, I find there's a little small yellowish tint to that. Works on foam board, poster, card board, and of course any of the paper crafters items as well. So yeah, this is made in the US, and I believe that Eileen's is made in the US as well. So what we're going to look at, I'm going to just put these aside for a moment. And the first thing we'll look at is I have taken this and taken very similar think Bobbi-Jo buttons. I have taken very similar buttons and glued them on with these glues. So the Dollarama one, Elmer's, Eileen's, Tombow, and Beacon. So each of them has stayed. I have had this for a little while. They are staying on there really well. I haven't had any issues with them. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to peel them away and see like how close they were to not sealing kind of thing. So let's just peel these away. So this one here, Dollarama, is a really good peel. It certainly was not going anywhere. Elmer's was not going anywhere as well. Eileen's, definitely not going anywhere. Tombow, and then finally Beacon. Really, really happy with that. All of them would have kept those buttons on for a long time to come. So next, I wanted to look at Warpage. I deal mostly with paper. I just want to come back to this for a moment. These are index cards that I got at Dollarama. I'm going to be doing the comparisons with always with these index cards. So I wanted to look at Warpage. And what I did is I put two of these cards together and glued them with the respective glues. Now, a lot of warpage comes from putting too much glue on. You really don't need as much glue as we think we need. I know I do the exact same thing, but we really don't need as much. So I've been practicing for months now, trying not to put the bare minimum glue on, which still holds my project. So this is what I've done with these. So if you look at the Dollarama one, now this is the it was $1.25. So there's the warpage. There is really no warpage there that I can detect. If it may be a teeny bit, but there really is not a lot of warpage. So then if we go to Elmer's, Elmer's has a little bit of warpage, more than the Dollarama, but still not enough to take away from the project. Eileen's is, yeah, Eileen's is pretty clear as well. So, very straight. Tombow is, yeah, it's not that bad either. And then Beacon is not at all either. Now you may want to know what it looks like when it's pulled apart, because like I said, we do tend to put too much glue on, but is it going to, if you put the least amount of glue as possible, is it going to hold? So this is the Beacon. So that's definitely would have held your project. If we go to Tombow, let's see how Tombow goes. Tombow's even better than Beacon. Yeah, I can barely get this apart. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah. So Tombow is really, really, there we go. Yeah, yeah, Tombow is holding that together just fine. Let's look at Eileen's. I'm just gotta find Eileen's is similar to the Beacon. Kind of half and half. And then Elmer's. Yeah, I'm not getting into the Elmer's, I don't think. Oh, I think I got a piece. A very little, a small piece. So Elmer's is definitely able to hold anything you kind of throw at it. And then this one is the Dollarama, which is really holding it as well. So, next thing I want to look at is how fast they dry. Because if you're anything like me as a paper crafter, I do not want to watch paint dry, literally. So, let's go to the Dollarama one first. Again, this is the one with the great thing that goes down in the hole. I do find this a little bit runny. I know they say it's does not run, but I find it runny. So I put very, very, very little on. And I put it around as much as I can. But like I said, we put so much glue on thinking, okay, we want our thing to be kept together. Now I'm doing this in real time because I want you guys to know how long it takes for that to get dry. So we'll just leave that right there. And we'll talk a little bit. Whoops. It's getting away. This was one of the surprising ones for me because I wasn't sure. Like $1.25. It's getting to be a really low price, and it's for 4 ounces, so it's a pretty good size, which is 118 milliliters. So I was really surprised at this. Would I buy it again? Likely. For that price and the way it stays, well, you just saw how much it stays. But like I said, it's runny. It can be somewhat thick, but it's runnier, how about that, than the other ones. So we're just still looking for this, whether it's drying, how long it's taking. So yeah, that was quick, but so already it's starting to peel, like it's glued there. So that wasn't very long at all. So let's take the Elmer's once I learn how to put that cap on. Let's take Elmer's. I was shocked when I went on to Amazon and looked at the price for Elmer's glue. I couldn't believe it. So, especially when I knew it was sitting in Dollarama for way cheaper. Now, while that sits, we'll look at how this pours out. This will move. So it will drip. And I put very little on there, and it did, I had to kind of wipe it off. It's a good glue, I think, for children's projects. I don't think I would use it because of how runny it is. and not being the same properties as the other ones I like, because I use a lot of Eileen's and a lot of the Tombow. And the Tombow, you will see some running too. But I have so many glues that I can choose from that this would not be at the top of the list. However, I'll have no problem getting use out of it. So we're just going to let that happen for a bit. But yeah, it's still dripping. It's still moving down the card. So you could see the Dollarama one did not move, or moved very, very, very slightly, but the Elmer's is definitely still moving down. All right. Just gonna see how we're doing here. Okay, so this is the Elmer's glue. So it's pretty good for time, like keeping the like drying quickly enough, or at least enough to let you move on. But like I said, it's an okay glue. It's just I have preferences for mine. So one of those preferences is Eileen's. I always love Eileen's glue. So let's see how long it takes. I usually have this upside down so that I don't have to wait. All right. Okay, so there's our glue. We'll put this on. We'll give that a little bit of time. What I like about Eileen's most is that usually takes very little time for me to be able to move on. Yes, it dries, but it does. I'm just going to pour some of this out. Yeah, Eileen's does not drip very much. Yeah, we all know Eileen's. I think that us paper crafters, it's definitely a tacky glue. All right, I think that likely is enough. I may not have left it long enough. But like I said, it's just got to get you so that you can move on. Let's see if we can peel that back. Yeah, so it's already started to seal. So far, I don't find the time very excessive for any of them to seal. Just for the Tombow. Like I said, I'm enjoying the Tombow. It's a little bit more pricey, but it lasts for a while. I'm going to put that down on there. I'm going to put that upside down for a second because I want to show you how runny it is while this dries. I really should have timed each of these, but you guys know that it's not that much time for them so far. All right, so I don't have a lot of Tombow left right now. So I'm just going to put some on, see the Tombow is definitely, it's not as fast as the Elmer's, but it will drip down the index card. So it's does not have the thickness that Eileen's has, but like I said, it dries completely clear. And it's already finished moving, where I still have the Elmer's moving still now. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's moving anymore. The Elmer's is still going down. But the Elmer's, I didn't find that it, like, to get it to a point you can move on. I didn't think it took very long. But you can see that the Elmer's is still going. And the Tombow looks to be going a little bit more. Yeah, it's going a little bit. But Eileen's and the other glue are virtually stopped. All right, let's see if this sealed. Yeah. No issues. So these are not taking long at all. So for the beacon, you'd be better off adding glue than putting too much on. But I don't know what it is with us paper crafters. All right, there's the beacon. I'm still seeing the okay, the beacon is kind of still going, not very much though. Elmer's is still on the go. But note that this does not really matter. It's just, I'm just showing you how each one runs. But really what matters is this. Did it seal? And that's the key. So I may have not done the best drips here and stuff like that. So it's really nothing to look into as much as this. So we'll give that just a few more seconds. And like I said, if you can avoid putting very much glue on, that's what's the main thing. Okay, so beacon is the same thing. So not one of these takes an excessive amount of time. So I really think that you couldn't go wrong. You would need to choose the one that you like best. And I think I'm going to try to get used to this one as much as my Eileen's. And I think I'm going to be sticking with these, rotating through. I don't know. I would say these are my favorite, just because I'm so used to them. But yeah, for $1.25, if you have a low budget, this is the way to go. Really, I should be buying this because I have a low budget. But yeah, think about using it. It's all about how much you put on, I think, to determine whether or not it's going to be warping. But I like them all. I know it wasn't a review, but I do like them all. It's just, this is, yeah. I can use them all. And yeah, I have no problem with them. Anyways, I hope this gives you some information. I don't know, I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, and just for me to do it, to see what kind of properties that we're looking at on each glue, and to decide maybe I don't have to pay what I pay for Eileen's, the large Eileen's, or Tombow. Maybe I don't have to pay that. So anyways, I hope that you got something from this. If you have any tips at all for your fellow YouTubers, or your fellow crafters, if nothing else, if you can do a comment below with, even if it's just a tip of using glue, I would really appreciate it. Anything that you can think of that would help your fellow crafters with glue. All right. Thanks, guys.